So, how did Haven come to be? Um, Earlier in the year, like at the beginning of 2015, Nick and I were both working jobs that we knew that we didn't want to spend the rest of our lives at, and we definitely lost sight of music for a while. And something about the way things were going, we just knew something had to change. Like, we knew this wasn't what we wanted to do, this wasn't what we were put here to do. And it just grew from there. We just got back in touch and, got it going.
Alright, Haven started because Marcus and I weren't playing music together. I'm working at the sewer, Marcus is working at a restaurant, hotel, and I was like, we were actually writing some pretty cool jams, and the sewer just isn't cutting it when it comes to being I want to do this for the rest of my life. So I called Marcus up and I was like, are you happy? He was like, no. He was like, are you happy? I was like, no. So then we got together, we talked about a lot of stuff, and we just kind of mended everything that we were disagreeing with and started writing an album.
What does Haven mean? Haven is where else do you go? Where do you go when nothing is right? Where do you go when everything in your life is going in the wrong direction and you need to focus on the right path? Haven to us is this connection with people because we've struggled through so much and overcome so many of our own demons. Haven is us bringing that to our audience and being able to be there and share that with them.
Haven means to me just like a shelter. I don't know. Haven, it's like my safe house, I guess. Like, if everything's going wrong in the day, and I can just Marcus calls me up and was like, yo, you want to write some music? It's gonna turn my day around completely, because it just gives me time to think, gives me time just to relax, not worry about anything else what's going on. So what the name Haven means to me is just freedom, in my opinion.
Who or what influenced us to get into music? For me, my father. He was definitely a prominent influence on me making music. He surrounded me with it even at an early age, and I definitely didn't take to it at first. I have a lot of home videos that will make me and everyone else watching them cringe. But definitely my father. I mean, he just had so much dedication and heart for it, and that was something that I didn't see much anywhere else.
I would have to say my dad as well. He played in a lot of bands growing up and started getting following in the metal scene and shit like that. And but then I don't know, I found music as just a way to just turn my head off, because I have so many different things that just fuck me up. So it's just really easy just to say, hey, let me play some music, forget about everything else, and just do it.
How did we write the album? We wrote the album in 2 weeks, honestly. We had a deadline set, and like many other things, we kept putting it off. And eventually it just came down to it. We sat down and we just grinded it out, and we said, this might not be perfect, but as long as we're making music we're enjoying, we're fine with that. We're fine with making sure it gets out there instead of doubling back because we may have made a mistake once or twice. And for the first time, we've put out a product that I'm really proud of, and I believe I can say the same for him.
Fuck that album.
Sick.
Alright, writing this album was pretty freaking weird because alright, so we were like, alright, we're gonna do this. So we go to our attorney, and he was like, can you have this done in a month? And we were like, a month? And so we just said yes, because there's it's ready music, we're good at it, so we'll do it in a month. I had to go to school for the sewer, so I was gone for 3 weeks out of that whole month. I get back home, we have to go in the studio that week we record. I wrote all the drum parts. Marcus recorded scratch tracks here. We wrote all the drum part. I wrote all the drum parts in a hotel room on pillows and a mattress. Got home, went in the studio, and recorded it. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
How did we record the album? Our good friend Randy Pasquarella over in Hopewell, he is a former colleague of Nick's, and we got together and we recorded the entire album in 4 or 5 days. They were 8 to 10 hour days, but we got it done. What influenced the songs on the record? This is almost the same thing as what does Haven mean to us. What influenced the songs on the record was really those struggles that we went through, and making sure that we were able to share that bond and growing experience with our audience.
We just want to send the message that you're better than what you think you are. Like, fuck everyone else. As long as you're happy and content with your life and how it's going, just live. Because at the end of the day, you wake up with one person, that's yourself. Whether your spouse is laying next to you, whether you're going to work, like, the only person you have in your life is you. So as long as you're happy and content on the person that you are, just roll with it. Because if you're not, you're going to be a miserable person.
The message we want to send in Warrior is that you're stronger than you think. A lot of people need to hear that, to realize that, and that's a shame. But it took us years to figure that out for ourselves, to figure out that our demons didn't define us.
What influenced the songs on the record? Songs on the record is very, it's like a journey from not having anything and feeling very depressed and alone to realizing your self-worth and that, like, you're better than what you feel at a certain time in your life, and you just have to find, like, what it is that makes you feel alive. And yeah.
Where do we see Haven going in the future? It's taking over. No doubt about it. Because people need to hear it and people want to hear it, and as long as people are there and they want to hear it, we'll keep talking.
Haven in the future is going everywhere, hopefully. I mean, I hope it does. I'm a big supporter of Haven. I don't know. I think it's pretty fucking cool. I think the new album's pretty badass too.